Brotherhood just took a beating from Zeno. If they're caught up with their own trouble, then we might have a golden opportunity to turn the people against them. We can't lose anyone else to their lies. What do you say? Want to talk about plans?
Here, drink up.
Thanks. Listen, as much as I enjoy being out here all day, we've got to take action now. The sooner the better, don't you think?
Hold your horses, young Elena. Let me explain. Say I throw a punch at you now. Really hit you good. What next? Maybe you'll storm off at first. Then you round up your cousins. Maybe grab that Tommy gun you borrowed from Colonel Tiago. Then you'll find me, all alone, and say, "You're done, you old fart!" I'm not gonna harm you, kid. And if ever I do, remember that old Duncan must have his reasons, and he'd never harm a friend intentionally.
What is all that supposed to mean?
I'm rambling. I mean, true enough that Lopera hit them hard, and we both know that the Brotherhood will aim to settle that score. And they won't wait long. But if we don't play this smart, it'll only cause them to lash out more. Still, we do have to consider one thing. Those who chose to follow them never come back.
No. They don't.
So, let's seize the day. Grab opportunity by the horns, and maybe we stop losing more of our friends to those bastards. Right now, seems to me that Zeno is our best bet.
That just might work, old man. With the Brotherhood falling apart, Zeno will start to look pretty good to folks here.
Ah, but not so fast, kid. We need a little patience. Let the line out a little first. If you fail to prepare, you're prepared to fail. Got it! Excellent! Oh, don't think you can get away from me! Ah, you like to wrestle, huh? All right, let's see who gets the upper hand. Old Duncan is not about to lose a battle to a fish!
Osa! Do you see the size of its belly? It's huge!
What a deal! Catch one, get one free. How generous, Mother River. All right, jokes aside, Galeno. Come on, help me get her out.
This has got to be the strangest thing you've ever fished out from the river.
Duncan! Duncan!
Duncan, look! She's got an anaconda chasing after her!
I saw it. Don't you worry. Hang in there, Lopera. Come this way, we'll get you. Here, take it.
Thank goodness you were here to grab me. But what are you doing all the way out here?
I was wondering the same thing about you, girl. Seems like a strange place for a swim. I suppose you wouldn't know anything about the girl we just fished out over there.
Sotheby! Hey, can you hear me?
Easy now, Lopera. We just cut her out of that fish's belly. You're a veritable Jonah, aren't you?
I dreamt of a very, very big fish. And I was in its belly. It was as wide as the sky. I couldn't breathe. A terribly strange dream, Mr. Carson.
She's awake!
Mr. Carson? You... how? There's a little dirt on me. Here, and on the collar too. Oh, goodness. Why am I here? What? Could it really be you, Mr. Carson?
Carson? You must be mistaken, little lady. My name is Duncan. I'm a friend of Lopera.
That's right. Sotheby, this is Duncan from the Veterans Residence. We've known each other for a long time. You must be confusing him with someone else.
Now, up on your feet, little lady.
Mr. Carson! Oh, sorry. It's just... I didn't expect you to suddenly pull my arm.
Pardon me, little lady. We tend to be very straightforward here in the favela.
It's quite all right. Only... No, I just don't understand. You look exactly like Mr. Carson. How could you be anyone else? Except for your attire and those shoes. And the liquor?
Oh, pardon me, little miss. Are you not comfortable with us drinking? Galeno, put the cup away for me, please.
No, I only meant... Mr. Carson, it truly seems as though you've forgotten everything. Oh, but I'm being terribly unladylike. Still, you don't seem to mind at all.
I must be a dead ringer for this guy to have gotten you all flustered, little miss. Seems like you cared very deeply for this Mr. Carson.
Yes, I did. So then, you really aren't him.
Sorry to disappoint, little lady, but I'm flattered by the resemblance. Maybe I can be your friend too. In fact, feel free to call me Carson. Why not? A rose by any other name, eh?
Mr. Carson,
I know how hard it can be. I lost my wife, and my comrade in arms. I even managed to lose his daughter, after I promised to take care of her. She'd have been just about your age. I'm rambling again. I suppose what I'm saying is, I know what it feels like to lose someone you love.
oh no. But what about Miss Burton? We've lost her. Where could she be now? We must find her.
Slow down. We need to think things through first. Those knuckleheads blew up the entire ship. Which means our comms belong to the Caymans now.
Not to worry. I've been through worse. Back in '82 on the Rio Negro... Before I go rambling on again, let's head back to the city. Come on now. Trust good old Duncan. Sorry, I mean Carson. Trust Carson to lead the way.
I've never wanted to put San Paulo through this chaos. Order, peace, unity. Those are my purposes. Much has been wagered here, Marcando. Much. Now it has been lost.
Your Reverence, it was Zeno. Those animals will make them pay for what they did. Is that why you've decided to grace us with your presence, Your Reverence? There is a lot to do if we're going to recover the ground I've lost, Your Reverence. And there's something more. A new doctor down at the veterans' residence. Some blind woman. I would not bother you with it, Lord Santos. Except that she's been helping people in the favela, and it is swaying them towards Zeno.
Then this doctor is with Zeno.
She must be. She's always at the veterans' residence. Spends most of the day with those old war dogs.
A doctor gaining the trust of the people in the favela. She'd make quite the prize, wouldn't you say, Marcando? A much more valuable bargaining chip to Zeno than a few deserters. You will see this task through, Marcando. But before that, we need to pay a visit to the favela. I've brought us some new blood.
See? Just like this. Wrap the wire around it. Better do it twice. And align the red and black. Slowly.
Unbelievable!
It's science, kids. Nothing unbelievable about it.
I don't know how to thank you, Duncan.
Admiral, Lopera just called in.
Put her through.
Lopera, it's me. What happened?
Our ship was sunk. Miss Sotheby and I washed ashore near the favelas. As for the timekeeper, she went overboard. We lost sight of her in the commotion. Her current status is unknown.
We'll send people to find her and escort her to the veterans' residence.
Additionally, Lieutenant, I have some fresh recruits eager to enroll with Zeno. But they will need the Admiral's assurances that their families will be under our protection.
They have it. What's their ETA?
They'll leave at once.
Hera.
That little hothead.
Sir, your orders.
Leave the matter to me, Mulder. I will send someone to take care of this.
What did the Admiral say?
He agreed.
Did you hear that? Zeno will protect us!
I have no doubt. They were working for the Brotherhood.
The Apostles' Brotherhood. They've bounced back quicker than I'd hoped. Still, we need to be cautious. Figure out just what they're after.
That guy looks familiar. That's him. He was on the ship with me.
The Brotherhood has experienced a setback, yes, as all great causes do. But we will rise again, for we serve the one true purpose. Hear me now, brothers and sisters, fellow Arcanists. Our days of anguish and deprivation are over. This sufferer will walk among us once more, and we will bask in their divine grace. The day of triumph draws near. Soon our wagers will pay off. All will reap what we have sown. You only need stand with us and take their blessings. In return for this, they ask only for your unwavering allegiance. My brothers and sisters, speak. What do you seek?
Senor, please, we only want to see our family again. Since they've joined the Brotherhood, we've had no word. We haven't seen or heard from them at all.
But you will see them again soon. I tell you that they are even now faithfully serving our kind in a new land of prosperity. They're in Ushuaia, in Antarctica, in all places where the past and the future converge. There will be no more poverty, no more hatred, no more chaos. We shall reclaim what's rightfully ours. Remember this. Humans are vile and sinful creatures. They tortured our men and women, leaving our children to cry in hunger and desperation. But they've already played their hand. All their reason, their science, and their despicable organizations. They raise these rotten edifices to weaken us and leech off of our misfortunes, to blind us from our true purpose. But no longer. Soon their games will be over, and every injustice and oppression they've held over our people will be returned tenfold. All that they've built will crumble down over their heads. Tell me, my fellow brothers and sisters, what is evil? Evil is the absence of good. And to find what is good is to follow our path. The High One has promised us strength and glory. Come with me.
That's a Manus mask.
Sorrow will weaken you, and fear may seize your hearts. Instead, let faith be your guide. Those who take that leap shall find themselves lifted up on the Apostles' wings, while those who hesitate will be scorched by the fires at their feet. I have said all that must be said. We'll meet again here in 3 days' time.
Don't listen to him! He's a lunatic!
And just who are you?
Marcando. As students of the truth, we have been granted a much stronger weapon than violence.
Lopera, follow my lead.
Sir,
Please, forgive her. She has mistaken you for those pirates on the Tiete River.
So just a misunderstanding then? I'm no lunatic after all?
Yes, Your Reverence. She came across a terrible raid on her way here, you see. The poor girl was left terrified.
Well, I'll need more than a few words to convince my friends we have not been insulted.
I'm an old man with nothing to give you but the truth. Believe me, sir, I came all this way just for you. I want to join the Brotherhood. She didn't mean to offend any of the gentlemen here. Please, sir, she's only a kid.
Of course. I try never to take offense at a sweet young lady. However, if I'm to believe you, I will need you to up your ante to prove you are worthy, sir.
If that's what you need, Lord, allow me to sweeten the deal. See that guy over there? His name is Galeno. He's been recruiting for Zeno. He told me so himself.
Duncan?
Bring the young man closer, Marcando.
Are you out of your mind? Don't touch me!
Nothing unexpected. For now. Planting.
Charging.
A mice pass.
The light that illuminates all.
Cancel. Cancel.
Nuevo? Yeah, I know.
Loading.
Hey, hey, hey! Don't be shy.
Faraday's miracle.
Still don't recognize me? What about now?
Circuits functioning properly.
Now, then choose you lucky candy.
I, Robot, child of science.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is no magic, nor any special kind that can. Let's go.
I admire your courage, but bravery alone won't protect you from harm. Tell me, son, is what he said the truth of it? Now, you'll give me the names of Zeno's new recruits. Who are they?
Everyone! Every man and woman in this city that still has a shred of integrity!
I'm not gonna harm you, kid. And if ever I do, remember that old Duncan must have his reasons, and he'd never harm a friend intentionally.
This young man has one day to think it through. He will give us his names. Or he will give us his eyes and tongue as offerings. Mr. Duncan, let this task be set on you. Prove yourself worthy of our trust.
It will be my honor, Your Reverence.
Marcando, you'll stay with them. Don't forget what I told you earlier.
In the narrow streets, violence is so often more than just a means to ending conflicts. It is a tool, and one all too readily used. I must note, however, with some relief that the segregation so commonly observed in other regions is absent here. The Arcanists of Sao Paulo live alongside humans, with the latter often displaying traits more common to their Arcanist neighbors. Passionate, if a bit touchy. Life here is incomparable to the comfort, security, and freedom of New England. Hardship, violence, and oppression are the fundamentals of life, as constant as the sun, and as heavy as the rain. This country is renowned for its coffee and sugar. It is a land of beauty and bounty. Treasures too often extorted, whether by the princes of Europe and their donatarios, or now by the bankers and corporations. Despite all the centuries of treasures extracted from the land, desperation remains everywhere you look. It is a place where insurmountable wealth and the deepest deprivations are neighbors. Sometimes they lie only a street across from one another. The multinationals have cut open the country's throat, and now they drink it dry, leaving the people struggling with poverty and chaos. It is a bleak existence. Dear readers, I share this with you so the story of these people might be heard. Shippy, do you know, has life always been like this here?
If you ask me, Doc, San Paulo in 1990 isn't much different from Nassau 1681.
It's a shame. Between the sunshine and warm sands, there is a good life to be lived here, if only they were free enough to live it. I used to dream of traveling to all sorts of fascinating places. A foggy city by the Thames, and a little town blanketed in snow and sunflowers. I met so many different people, though I find I can no longer recall their voices. I have only their words left, only my records of them.
Have you heard of a weed down at the bottom of Lake Ilopango? The people there turn it into a polenta with cornmeal. Supposedly, if you have it, you'd recall every last thing that's ever happened to you. Every bit of it.
Whoa! What's the weed called?
They call it La Hierba del Tonto, Spanish for the fool's weed. You see, lad, only a fool would want to remember everything. Sometimes a little forgetfulness is a blessing in disguise.
I beg to differ, Shippy. To forget the past, its lessons in pain and joy alike, that isn't a blessing. It's oblivion. But let's not argue over some mythical weed. For all the claims, no one has ever seen it. Just another myth, like the succubus or the minotaur.
Aye, aye, let's talk about succubi instead. That's sure to get the lads pricking up their ears. Back in 1688 of course, our chief mate Mr. Morgan had an encounter with a succubus after he found her seal while carousing in Portobello. If the rumors tell true, once he got a hold of it, she grabbed a hold on him too. I couldn't say what transpired, but we never saw hide nor hair of him again.
Look over there! Something's in the water!
What the devil is all that commotion?
Hey, wake up! Hey, stay with me! Can you hear me? Hello? She's still breathing. Why won't
didn't she wake up?
Whew. What happened to the lass?
Miss, are you all right? Is there anything we can do?
Yes, I'm fine. The ship went down.
Blow me down. These waters are getting rougher by the day.
And we drifted down the river until we reached the shore here. I know she's traveling with her friends, but I don't know where they could be now. Everything happened so fast.
Shippy, what's going on? Are there people that need care? What's their condition?
Just one, alas. She's still breathing, but she looks like she's been keelholed for a bit too long.
Miss, please lay her down on her side.
What are you going to do to her?
Save her, if I can. Good, good. She'll make it. Please, make sure her airway's clear.
Are you sure about that, Doc? The lass looks paler than a ghost. I think she's burning up.
You're right. We'll need to take her back with us. I'll fix some medicine for her. Would you give me a hand, miss? Help her up on my back. Oh, she's almost as light as a child. I need to run some tests and see if it's just an ordinary fever, or if she has contracted something from the water. Don't worry. You're safe with us.
Where are we going? Wait up!
Home. So you weren't even traveling together, and still you brought her all the way here. You have a good heart, Miss Kimberly.
You flatter me, Doctor. It was only that the current pushed her to my side when we all fell into the water. And I just couldn't forgive myself if I were to let her drown. In fact, she and I had met briefly before, in Texas. We didn't part on the best terms.
Sometimes, we find ourselves in quarrels, even among friends.
No, we aren't.
Shh. We should let her get some rest.
May I touch her?
Fever is one of the biggest dangers here, though it's still better than diarrhea and vomiting. I'll take her to the veterans' residence for further treatment once her condition stabilizes.
It almost looks like she's only sleeping.
Are you two really not friends? Seems to me that you care for her very much.
She helped me. She was kind to me on the ship. The bloody ship. I don't know what happened.
Shh. Hush, please.
My apologies.
As I said, it was only twice that we'd met. And somehow, both times turned out quite terrible for me.
Her hair is so silky. It's smooth and soft, like fine rain in my hands.
First, it was Tuesday's motel. Things had turned into a right mess, and I didn't find what I'd lost. Then, in that manner, just as I was about to enjoy a bit of dinner, that wild girl burst in. They caught me, threw me into a tower, and locked me up. I was stuck there, waiting like a lamb to be slaughtered.
But you've made it through. You're safe with us. No one is going to hurt you here.
Thank you, Doctor. Goodbye.
Leaving your friends so soon, lass? Well, come as you are. I'll give you a lift. Perhaps we might have a bit of an old jaw along the way. After all, it's rare indeed to see one of your kind out and about these days.
A lift? Pardon me, madam, but I'm not sure you could bring me anywhere. You're a little too small and a little too stuck in that bottle.
Climb aboard, matey. So where's our heading? Or shall we go for a ride on the river? Don't be shy, I aim to make a friend of you. Don't be shy. I let the little ones play on my deck all the time, climbing here and there, like a bunch of cheerful little monkeys. And not just them. I ferry the good doctor from here to the veterans' residence too. You'll have to wait till we reach the sea to see me at my full size. Once the water opens up, that's when I'm really free. Now, I ask again, where are we going, mate? Can't just let the wind decide our course.
Why not? I should like to go somewhere nobody will ever find me.
I'm afraid there's precious few places like that anymore, lass. I've spied the globes they've got nowadays. Seems like every last step is covered the four corners and back. But aren't you a strange sight, lass? You know, I've seen your kind before. Beautiful to look at, aye. But there's a darkness in you that lies beneath the surface, isn't there? But you're not like the rest of them, you'd say. Well, I would sooner believe in a map to El Dorado before I'd swallow the idea of a succubus with a heart of gold. So, is that girl your master? Did she have your seal? If that were true, then heart of gold or coal wouldn't matter for none. You'd be as thick as old tar. What? Are you wondering what gave you away? Your gloves don't do much to hide those claws. I could feel them pressing on my railings as soon as you hopped on. No use hiding them now, matey.
You! Are you going to turn me in?
Turn you in? And how do you suppose I do that? I'm only a ruddy ship. Bring me back up on land and I'll be stuck right back in the bottle. No, lass. I've sailed with rougher folks than you. My old captain had a bounty on her head, too.
Well, just so you know, I very much doubt they'll pay you anything for handing me over.
Maybe so, maybe so. Now, you've got the law in your tailwind. What happened? Did you spring loose from the old gibbet? Mark me now, young lass. If you're going to try to pull one over on me, you'll have to do a lot better job than that.
Are you mocking me? This is not how I want to treat a new friend.
Quite right, lass. So then, who are your pursuers? And your master? Shouldn't you be under his protection? My old crew would say any captain that can't keep a ship safe is only good for bait.
I have no idea where he is, or where my seal is for that matter. He was a no-good fool, though. Or only good for bait, perhaps. I hope he's dead, rotting in some sewer back in San Francisco.
Well, mortal flesh doesn't last long. I've ferried many a passenger in my days, and none yet have escaped when Davy Jones came calling their name. As I recall, the first that went was William Halfleg. He lost the other half in a fight at the port of Southampton, hanged on the governor's orders. And Edward the Red Hand, a nasty piece of work from the Low Countries, loved a bit of throat cutting, until he got his own throat slit by some fool in a ramshackle pub on Tortuga.
Sounds as though they got what they deserved.
That they did, lass. They all got what they deserved. Some hanged, some drowned, some we marooned on a desert isle with naught but a pistol and a flagon of rum. I've been to Plymouth, Nassau, Port Royal. I once even slipped into Seville disguised as a merchantman to smuggle pepper and cinnamon. Wherever the captain wanted to go, we sailed. But one by one, Davy took them all. Now here I am, a ship without a captain, my own master. I suppose that's a lot to take in. You ever thought about living a different life? To set sail for some far corner of the sea? Living on spiced rum and jerky thick as a buccaneer's hide? How's that sound, lass? Not that I'm saying we set sail today. It's only a bit of old fancy.
I really can't say, Chibi. I suppose I can't. Not yet, at least. There's something important I need to retrieve.
That's Captain White Rum to you. The ship of a captain and captain of the ship.
I prefer... Wait. Sorry.
Seasick? I hadn't thought your kind capable of it.
I didn't expect this, either. What now?
Caramba! I like this girl, she's feisty. What with the Brotherhood, Gorota? You apologize, now we might just let you go. Don't you know that Lord Santos is back? We can make this rougher for you if you like.
Careful, me lads. I wouldn't pull those knives. Things may go rougher than you'd bargained for.
Hey, give me a chip. Just one with the lowest denomination.
A nice one.
Oh, need me to get you guys an ambulance?
Planting.
Charging. Barrage. Eliminate target.
The plan failed.
Shell. Damage.
¿Intentarlo de nuevo?
Loading.
And yeah, I know.
The light that illuminates all.
I might have.
Hey, hey, hey! Don't be shy, mi amigo. Let's dance.
The plan failed.
Damage.
You don't want to get on my bad side, kid.
Now, let's you lucky bitch.
Show's on, cowards.
I never get tired of this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is no magic, nor any special kindness that can happen. Time waits for no one, even for a great victim.
Just a gentle blow.
Not so tough now, are you boys? Try this again, and I'll make a mince out of what's left of you.
I know your fathers, me boys, and I think they wouldn't be none too happy to hear you claiming to be with the Brotherhood.
Let go. We're wasting our time here.
Bilge rats, the lot of them. Not even fit for the apostles. Brotherhood always lets their knives do the talking. If there'd been any doubt of what you are, lass, that fight sure cleared it up.
Listen up. We're the Apostles' Brotherhood, not some worthless favela gang. So we start off nice and easy. And if the doc doesn't play along, well, then we make her play along. Claro?
Hola. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Hey, is she really blind?
I'm afraid yes. But please don't worry. I'm more than able to treat all my patients. Are you feeling unwell, sir? Sir?
We heard that you're a good doctor. We got someone who needs your help. You're Dr. Doris from the Veterans Residence, right?
Yes. And may I know who you are? I won't turn away a patient, but I'll also need some assurance that you can be trusted, sir.
So, is she coming with us or not?
Did you hear that?
Sounds like some kind of explosion near the clinic. Should we go back?
It could be an accident, but she's got away with her equipment. Doubtful she's the cause of this. Steady on then. Let's hurry back and see for ourselves. That's not how you treat a doctor, lads.
What are you doing to her?
Lord Santos would like to have a word with the doctor. That's all.
You're not taking her anywhere. Don't you think she's taking care of this girl?
Yeah, I'm not asking for permission, sweetheart. Grab the doctor. Ice the rest of them.
Hey, give me a chip. Just one with the lowest denomination.
Charging.
Tú decides.
Eliminate target.
What?
You still don't recognize me?
What about now?
Planting. Candy. Loading. Unconventional choice.
Faraday's miracle.
Show's on, hounds.
Charging.
Time waits for no one, even for a great people.
Barrage.
Stop. Enough. I won't have you fighting in my clinic.
Doctor?
But they've got the girl, Doctor.
This lady definitely isn't from the favela. So what's she doing here?
She's ill. She needs my help. That is all I ever ask.
Well, all we need is you, Doc. So how's about we make a deal? You come with us, we let the rest of your friends go. Understood?
So be it.
Please, Doctor, stand aside. I'll happily take care of these rats.
I have no doubt about that, miss. However, once violence starts and blood is spilled, there will be no end to it. For now, I would be happy to meet with the Senor Santos and seek out a peaceful resolution. I'll come with you.
See? We can all be friends.
Curtin!
If she doesn't wake up tonight, take her to the veterans' residence first thing in the morning.
All right, get the doctor straight to his reverence.
Have a good rest, did you, Sleeping Beauty?
Curtin!
You've missed quite a bit. All terrible, I'm afraid.
Where am I?
You and this lass were drifting down the river after your ship went down. You'd have met Dr. Torres had you woken up a little sooner.
Doctor? Dr. Torres. Yes. She's a doctor from the veterans' residence. She saved you from the very claws of death. She...
Aye, you were burning up, lass. But the good doctor pulled you through. She was right there by your bedside the whole time. The good news is, we think she's still alive.
Still alive? What's the bad news, then?
The bad news is she's been snatched up by the Apostles' Brotherhood.
What?
Rest now, lass. They aren't likely to hurt her for now. You'll need your strength for later. Some scallywag by the name of Santos wanted to have a word with her, so they said.
But Lepera and Sotheby, where are they? I remember we all fell into the water. I'm sorry, I didn't see them. I only... We washed ashore together. My map. Have you seen it? I have to get to the veterans' residence. They may very well be waiting for me there.
Well, I may be just the ship to get you there, ladies.